Hello, everybody, and welcome to our END Fibroids session number 2. Okay, so I want to take a moment to cheer you on because you are back today, okay? And cheer you on because you have taken a really important step on your journey of healing. So let's start off by loving each other and celebrating each other in the chat. Say, you got this, we got this, it's time for freedom. We are excited about yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got this. We got this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited because this week we're going to be checking in with you. You know, we took time last week for preparation, and this week we are going to check in to see where you are, take questions around what we're going to be executing on this week, and really making sure that we customize anything for you that is needed. So we're going to jump right in. Okay. So first of all, I want to just remind you, of course, hey, my brother, Martin Benjamin Amun Neb, who is our certified herbalist and nutritionist. Tell
One,
the people.
two, 1, 2. Can everyone hear me?
Oh, you sound good, man. Oh, you got a real
All
mic.
right.
Not like a
I got a
professional.
real mic. I got a real mic. I'm about to do 16 baht now. I'm
I got
joking.
one right here. I'm about to go in here too.
All right.
So
Welcome, ladies. Welcome, ladies. It's a pleasure as always. And we're going to get in it tonight. We're going to get in it tonight.
excellent, excellent. So first of all, you know, just to set expectations on what today's session is going to be about. First of all, again, we are in the second week of the END Fibroids program, this 30-day intensive that we're doing together, okay? And what I want to do is just remind us, just go quickly, remind us about what specifically kind of even catapulted this intensive is that we were really excited about the new research around that really underscores what we've been doing for years now in developing this and executing this END Fibroids program, but that spotlighted the fact that the anti-inflammatory protocols as well as vitamin D therapy have now scientifically been proven to help specifically help end fibroid suffering with regards to shrinking fibroids, helping to remediate fibroid symptoms, and to help reverse actual growth, right? So we wanted to check in specifically, again, let's go to, I actually didn't advance the slides. So I'm going to actually advance 2 slides because I want to just check in real quick on the focus, our program approach. Okay. And real quick, if you don't know, I don't know if we talked about it last week, but right now for a limited time, you can use the code WAYUP for 40% off. So stock up, number one, because this is going away. All right. So stock up, number one. Number two, if you missed the first session, I'm glad. So I'm glad. See, Crystal, the replay was sent out. Number one, did y'all receive the replay via email? Let's see how many people look at our emails. Yes, I got one. Let's see. I see one. No. Crystal, okay, I got 2. I got 3. Okay. So the replay is now in the chat. All right. But the replay is also on the landing page, thedetoxnow.com/end fibroids. Each new session will be added to those session blocks where you previously registered. Now you'll be able to listen to the replay if you're looking for them all in one place. But we also sent them to you via email. So please go into your email, check spam. We won't judge you for it because we understand everybody gets overloaded with email. But we wanted to make sure you received it directly because some of you might not have, you needed some more details around the homework, etc. So again, use the code WAYUP to stock up on the supplements if you need them, to get your kit if you haven't had a chance to get it yet, which hopefully you have it because the homework was included reading and doing exercises from the DIY kit. Okay. So part of this 30 days, yes, you're getting coaching live sessions with me and Dr. Amun, as well as the support that you need in the Detox Living app, as well as in these sessions. And of course, to, you know, with the recipes and the meal plan, everything that's actually in the kit. So, yay, somebody said they actually watched the replay. They said they loved it. That makes me feel good, Amun, because it means that it wasn't for naught. It wasn't for naught. Okay. All right, so check your email. Make sure that you label the Detox Now emails as not spam, because it's probably in spam. Because if you have your kit, that means you get our emails. Okay. So yes, catch up, watch the replay. Now, we want to move on to the actual, yeah, I talked about the new research. When you watch the replay, we really dig into it more, but just to kind of recap real quick, is that our protocols include, they are specifically anti-inflammatory with the nutrition plan, with the foods, and Dr. Amun's going to get into some of that a little later, as well as dietary supplements and the fast. Actually, Dr. Amun, this is a good time. You want to talk about the ingredients that specifically are anti-inflammatory that you were going to talk about, the chemical breakdowns?
What, for our supplement or the ones that we referring to? We reference or recommend? Which ones? Because we
Oh,
got
not the green tea yet. We'll talk about green tea later.
Okay, so what we have with our top seller mass, which is anti-inflammatory, is turmeric. One of the main ingredients in that is turmeric, which is an excellent anti-inflammatory response. And what that helps to do is tackle chronic inflammation in the body, as well as help the immune system to start to be more active and fighting chronic inflammation, tumors, cysts, white adipose tissue. Then within fibro, the supplement fibro, we have licorice root. And they've actually got studies about licorice root being anti-inflammatory and actually inhibiting the proliferation of the growth of uterine fibroids specifically. So these are just one or two ingredients that we have from fibro and mass, and combining those supplements together with your journey of battling fibroids, you're not just attacking the inflammatory response, but you're also increasing your immune system and you're setting up the environment for a healthy uterus. So those mass, fibro, those are like one of the two main ingredients. In mass is turmeric, in fibro is licorice root.
You know, I love this question that just came through because I was actually going to have you go through it. And Laquita actually brought it up, which is great. Thank you, Laquita, which is why is it that each of the supplements is in the kit? Because we updated the kit since the book was written. And that makes me think we actually need to update the book. So thank you. That we added balance back to the kit, right? And there was a reason. So I'd like for you to go through why balance is separate from fibro, as well as why the kit also includes kit also includes liver and blood, just so they understand why.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. So the supplement balance has been formulated to balance your sex hormones. Okay. So that includes testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. So we know women with uterine fibroids, their sex hormones is usually out of whack. So that's what balance has been formulated and designed for, to address sex hormones. With fibro, that is to address the uterus with fibroids and to also help the uterus regain back its natural environment, its balanced pH, which should be between 4 to 5 on a pH scale. Now, you know that your hormones travel through your bloodstream. So we want to make sure that our blood is healthy, okay? It's got healthy red blood cells, is oxidated, and it's getting rid of the waste or fungus or any form of pathogens that might be circling around. And that's where blood health comes into it.
It helps to purify the blood, right?
So it helps to purify the blood. It also helps to supports the mechanism of how the red blood cells get rid of waste and, like I said, toxins that is not needed. The third one, or the fourth one, I should say, liver health. Mm-hmm. So liver is like the master organ in the body. It does so many things, from blood filtering, from changing poison or toxins into neutralizing and sending them back out as minerals and vitamins that the blood needs. But it also plays a vital role in detoxifying the body of excessive amount of estrogen. Okay. So you want your liver, because it goes from, trying to not be too technical, but it goes through 3 different phases of detoxification. So you want the liver to be performing its duties correctly. So liver health helps the liver to function, and it also prevents things like the liver cells becoming fatty to develop into fatty liver syndrome. So the liver plays a major role also in your digestive system, as well as regulating your hormones and detoxifying excessive amount of estrogen. So you won't become estrogen dominant. So that's why we have blood health, liver health, fibro, balance, and mass. So we try to we try to attack the cause or the many hallmarks of fibroids from all angles.
Yeah, and there's vitamin D, of course, which we talked in depth
Yeah,
last
absolutely.
right? Because D3 plays a critical role in our immune system, as well as reducing chronic inflammation, attacking chronic inflammation, right? Because that is a major part. In fact, the D3 hormone is the #1 hormone that the body uses to fight inflammation and tumor. So to answer your question, do you need to take both? You definitely need to take fibro, balance, and mass, and D3, like if you are having any symptoms of fibroids, and depending on how your symptoms are and what phases you are, which we talked about, and we'll go back, look over it again at the end of this session, then you might need the full kit, which includes liver and blood. And the reason, again, when you think about if you have fibroids, that means that your liver has been compromised, okay? Because it's been overrun with toxins that have allowed the development of these tumors, right? So that is already, the presence of fibroids is already the indicator that there's an environment where your liver has been compromised, right? So we're going to go back to the question. We're going to actually answer questions a little later. So let me just go on. Okay. So going back to the root cause focus approach. So we went into this. Let's go to the next slide. Is the coaching, which is what we're doing with you now, right? And then the nutrition plans, the herbal supplements, and the daily practices. Okay, those are the 4 pillars. Coaching helps you design a lifestyle of healing, and the nutrition plan helps you to use your food as your medicine to help you, so that your food is healing you and not hurting you, right? And then the herbal supplements provide the nutrients for your body to help fight those specific root issues, such as D3, vitamin D deficiency, the overrun of estrogen dominance that we talked about. When we looked at the endocrine disruption, obesity, inflammation, those are the things that the supplements help your body to fight, right? And then let's move on to, and the daily practices they support them. They are actual lifestyle habits that help support those specific, the body in using food as your medicine, as well as your body healing, specifically using, it underscores the actual process of the nutrition and the supplements. Let's move on to the next slide real quick. Okay, so where we are now, this week, today, we are starting the execution of phase 2, right? So just to kind of recap, going back over what week 1 and week 2 were. Let's advance real quick. So week 1, we had some homework. I can't wait to hear how y'all did in the homework. That's why I wanted to get to advanced. Okay. So number 1, you were making room for healing. You were doing that coaching exercise, right? Number 2, you were going over the nutrition plan, right? Making sure you went through your shopping list, you got your supplies. You said you did not do your home. Okay, we're coming. And then also getting yourself mentally and emotionally prepared, right? And learning about, making sure you had the supplements, you got your kit if you didn't, and that you reviewed the medical Qigong exercises so that you were familiar with them, as well as you reviewed the daily schedule so that you were ready and prepared, right? So starting today, the plan is to actually start the transition phase. Now, some of you may have questions about getting started, and we wanted to make sure. So we wanted, first of all, have 3 people who might want to ask questions specifically about or share specifically what they learned doing the coaching exercise. Let's have one person talking about the coaching exercise, how it helped them, or you know, what it helped them discover and how they're making room. If you want to share that, please put your hand up so that we can bring you to the spotlight. And then somebody who has questions around the nutrition plan, or any questions about any of the phases, the nutrition plan, the actual exercises, the supplements. So let's do that. Okay. Let's see. I see a hand, Laquita. Am I saying your name right, sis? Is it Laquita? Laquita? Or is it
Yes, no, it's Laquita. It's
Okay.
Laquita. Yes,
Hi,
no, you have it.
Laquita.
Hi, I was going to share about the homework. The part that really impacted me was the first part where we were doing the roles, responsibilities. And for the other one, I think there was a physical exercise, but I didn't see where I can get it. I think it was linked in the booklet, and so I couldn't. So yeah, so I wasn't sure how to
The
access that.
Qigong exercise is in your, you should have, it's the website is thedetoxnow.com/Qigong. It's in the book. It tells you that's the link, but when you go to it, as long as you're logged into your account on the website, you'll have access because you
Oh,
got the
okay.
kit. Once you got the kit, you have access. Okay.
Okay, well then I will rectify that. What I really saw were, first, a lot of my roles, responsibilities, and relationships overlapped and were the same. So
Okay.
so that was interesting. So I was expecting to be drastically different, but I guess that just shows me how the work and personal were just so embedded.
Meshed.
There wasn't, yeah,
Meshed.
they were so meshed. And a big takeaway for me was one of my roles that I wanted to reposition, I think is what it was called. I didn't come up with any to fully retire yet.
You
I'm
ain't
sure
retire nothing.
I
Nobody, nothing, no one.
I
Look.
didn't. And so that's why I'm like, I know I have to go through. But the first cut, there was one that would have fit the criteria. Well, not, it wasn't toxic though, but anyways, I was debating between retire and reposition. And so if I did this correctly, I decided to reposition it, and not as pause, but a downgrade. So it was,
Okay.
and I just kind of, for me, it was like reducing the working hours the things I was trying to accomplish in actual work time, and just changing that from as I can every day to making the decision to commit to just 2 days. So that felt really good. I have to prove
Oh,
it
come
again
on, y'all.
sometime.
Let's give her some love. Yes, 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 yes.
You.
So proud of you. Yes. So how are you going to now execute on that? So that's a great decision, right? So now
Yes.
so what does that look like? Is it, you said reduce your work schedule. Is this something where you determine your schedule? I want to make sure I heard you.
Yes, you did. I'm a coach, and I'm getting a new offer ready. And in doing that, there's a lot with the marketing and all those things that I'm working on in content creation as I prep for the launch, and making the decision that that's not going to be every day. So when I commit to the 2 hours, that's like, for example, for my content creation, I can't just kind of struggle every day to do it. I need to actually batch it and have it go, since I'm going to, show up to 2 days, like things like that. And then when I'm balancing, because it was all blending together all day between showing up in programs and learning things, and then trying to spend time doing my own thing as well, creating with clients. There was no separate work active with
No
clients.
boundaries, no
Yes,
boundaries. It was
yes,
just,
so yes,
that's
so
what
those
happened to your
two.
body. Your body, like, we don't know what to do with all
Yes,
this.
yes, so the next step is actually, writing what that looks like. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that. The kids are getting ready to go back to school, so I figure I'll let that settle so I can see what that realistically looks like. But yes, so that was one, and I found it really helpful.
Excellent. Excellent. And what did that feel like for you, making that decision for your healing? Because really, what you are saying is, my healing requires this, right? And healing is
Yes,
a lifestyle. My lifestyle of healing, yes, we're in this incubator, right? This
right.
incubator that's saying, I'm right now, these are like your training wheels to say, you know what? This is how we're going to get you in a position of sustainable health.
Mhm.
right? Creating
Yes.
sustainable health.
No, that felt really good, really light and liberating. And part of that shift was realizing that how I was going to do the business wasn't going to look like everybody else, and maybe what's the expectation. So yeah, so that felt really good to when, so yeah, it just feels like I can balance that with my family better, and just all the things show up for my clients better as well, because I'm focused on just the 2 days as opposed to all the time. So it actually felt good, like I was doing them and myself and my family a huge service by
So
reducing.
excited. So excited.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you. All right. That's how we do it, sis. All right. Who's next? I see Danielle.
Yes. So I think for me, I have a question and a realization, right?
Well,
So my
hold on
first,
a second. Are you coming to the stage? Are you like coming on
oh,
camera?
okay.
You don't have to be on
We got
camera.
to see you, Danielle. We got to see you.
Like
There
to,
you go.
like
There
to.
you go. We'd like to.
Hello. Hello, hello. Okay, so
Hello, hello, hello.
I have a question and a realization, right? So my question is it wrong or okay that I'm taking all three supplements, like mixing them together and then holding them under my tongue and then, or do I need to do them separate?
Oh, you can do them all together.
Okay, great. So that was the easy question. And
Oh,
then the other
really?
thing is, yeah, the realization that I had, just like the stress, like the amount of stress, even if I feel like, oh, it shouldn't be that big of a thing, but my body is perceiving as that big of a thing. And a coworker, like a few years ago, she was like, she told me that she can always know when I'm stressed, and I was like, why? She goes, because you walk around and you hold your stomach, and I was like, do I? And she was like, yeah, you always hold your lower
Wow.
stomach. And now I just got, diagnosed with a fibroid in May. So maybe
Wow.
there's something to it. And I'm glad that I
Absolutely
have.
something to that.
Well, to let you know that when you're stressed, your adrenal glands produce more cortisol, and cortisol goes to women lower part of their stomach. That's why you get those what they call love handles. So that's where
Whoa,
cortisol goes to the lower part of the stomach.
Mm.
that is.
And that it starts triggering that chronic inflammation, right? So because we have we have more adipose tissue in that area, it's more subject to the proliferation of more estrogen, right? Because of more
Yeah,
that
that's
negative
correct.
feedback, right? Because we have it there. So it's like it's easy to multiply because it creates this feedback. So that becomes it's more inclined for tumorous tissue. You see what
And
I'm
what
saying?
you find you might be craving, especially like carbs or salty food or sugars. It triggers off
Chocolate.
cravings as well. Yeah, you're gonna have that craving as well. So one of the things you should do is have your electrolytes or your sea salt, and that because then that will take away the craving. And then if
Okay.
you get really stressed, just put your hands in some cold water or ice cold water. Just dip your hands in it like that, and after like a minute, your stress levels will be back down, and it also helps to get rid of inflammation and joint stiffness
Wow.
and pains.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I found you guys.
We're
Yeah,
so
so
glad
try
you
that.
did too. We're so glad. And let's say you're not in a place where we're going to give you, this is a really good exercise. It's called the 4-7-8 um, breathing exercise. And Dr. Weil talks about it. It's really, really helpful. And I'm actually going to send the link out because we're going to send out information to you. So check your emails. All right. Everybody go to their emails because you're going to miss out if you're not getting our emails.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think I got that replay email, but and
Check
even though I
your
got my order email, so I don't understand.
gotta be there because you were registered for this. So how did you get the link?
Through the oh, okay. I'll look at it again. I'll look over it again. There we go. Got it.
Okay. So everyone, this is a great exercise that you can do anywhere at any time when you are feeling any kind of anxiety. Okay. You're feeling any kind of anxiety, tightness in your chest. Okay. Something you can simply do. I'm going to give you a couple of exercises. All right. Number one is to do the 4-7-8. So I'm going to explain it first and then we can do it together. Okay. And you want to do it for about 30 seconds. Okay. So it's I'm going to do it with face touches, but if you're in a place where you can't do the face touches, you can do it without the face touches. But what this does is help stimulate your vagus nerve. All right. Real quick, let me give you a breakdown. So your nervous system is triggered. It's either in, there are two sides to it. Your autonomic nervous system. It has the fight or flight mode, which is the sympathetic nervous system. And then there is the rest and digest side, which is your parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. Now, your sympathetic nervous system is in charge of fight or flight. So guess what? Let's see it in the chat. Guess what most Black people are generally in? Sympathetic or parasympathetic? Quick. Let's hear you. Let's hear what you say. I'm trying to look in the chat. What y'all think? What y'all think? Fight or flight? Fight or flight. That's right. That's the sympathetic nervous system. We're always, that's why we're in this chronic state of cortisol just being pumped in our bodies, because we're chronically in fight or flight. And that creates a state of chronic inflammation. Okay. So it's like the body's always saying, you're in danger. You're in danger. You got to rush. You got to do this more. You got to work harder. You're not enough. You got to like always, right? Just being a Black person makes you more inclined to always be in a fight or flight mode. So because of that, we have to be very intentional about exercising the rest and digest side of our nervous system, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. And the way that we do that is we strengthen the vagus nerve. All right. The vagus nerve is in charge of the parasympathetic nervous system. When you are in fight or flight, it's hard to sleep. You can have gut issues, right? You have everything. You can have headaches. You can have the development of tumors and imbalances, just the things that we talked about, right? Elevation of blood pressure, all these things. But your body needs to be in rest and digest in order to heal, in order to sleep, right? In order to digest properly so that you're sending all of the nutrients to your different parts of the body for all the organs to work properly, in order to have great sexual health, reproductive health. All of these things they are all controlled by the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. So the parasympathetic nervous system right now, it's like the sympathetic nervous system is bullying the parasympathetic nervous system. That's why you're in the state that you're in, right? So what we have to do is actually exercise our vagus nerve to strengthen the parasympathetic nervous system to actually be able to handle our fast-paced life. Some of the things we need to eliminate, some of the things we need to retire, we need to reposition, some of the things we need to reduce our stressors, but some things are just the life that we have, right? Meaning you have 5 kids, you got 5 kids, or you have a demanding job, you have a demanding job. And guess what? There are things that you can, modifications that you can make to help reduce your stressors. But then there's also the work of helping strengthen your vagus nerve so that your parasympathetic nervous system is stronger and can handle a more robust demand on your body. Okay. So when you feel triggered, right, there are a few things that you can do as exercises that will specifically help to exercise and engage your vagus nerve. Okay. And these are things that you want to do 3 times a day or when you feel triggered. You want to just start to, because we already know you're in fight or flight. What the vagus nerve exercising it does, it says to you, you're safe. You're okay. You're going to be all right. You've got this. That is what the vagus nerve is telling your body. Hey, when we're in charge, we can rest. We can digest because everything's okay. You're safe, right? So I'm going to give you 3 exercises to do 3 times a day. 1, I'm going to actually start with the breathing, which is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I'm going to look at you guys in gallery view so I can see you, because you might want to practice. Okay. I'm going to actually do that so I can see you guys. Okay. So whoever wants to do it along with me, go ahead. So you're going to, I'd love to see you guys on video. So you're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, right? So breathe in for 4 while you do your head. And then you're going to hold for 7. Okay. Hold your breath for 7. And then you're gonna breathe out for 8. Okay? You're gonna do that for 30 seconds. So typically I'll do it like, 5 times. That's usually about 30 seconds, but you might want to time it out. All right. So again, in for 4, 4, 7, 8, 4, 7, 8. In for 4, hold for 7, breathe out, like that for 8. Now we're going to do it together. Okay. And I'm not going to say it out loud because I'm going to do it with you guys. 1, 2, 3. Now I just did it 3 times. Okay. I just want to get quick in the chat. Tell me, how did that feel? Anybody? Anybody want to come on? Tell me how that felt for them. Hello? Anybody?
It felt relaxing. I mean, do you have to do this part too?
You can do it, you can do it because this actually helps to,
Okay, I was doing it without it, but yeah,
Yeah.
it felt nice.
so
Mhm.
you can do both. But the face touches is just an added trigger for your vagus nerve. Okay. But you may not be someplace where you can do the face touches, right? You may be in a place where you just need to do the breathing. All right. You may be in that place. Something to do, another thing is to do, it's called ear tugs. Do this for 30 seconds. You can do both, or you can just do one. Like if you're driving, you're in traffic, right? You're going to do that for 30 seconds. Not, you're going to do it gently and yeah. And oh my God, that makes me feel relaxed right now. Do you feel that? You can do it inside your ear, just like this. See? Like that. Yeah. It's easy. Just like that. You can do both. You can do one at a time, or you can do both, right? That's the second exercise. And then, wait, let me get any, did anybody do that? And like that really helps to relax you. Now, here's the deal. This is not to put you to sleep. It is literally to trigger your vagus nerve, okay? Am I pulling a certain part? I'm literally just, look, like this with my thumb, like that, but see, like that. Think about it as like you're doing this, like that in your ear. Is that more clear? Like that? Now do that and just kind of focus on it. Focus on that and not anything else. Focus on that while you're doing that. And if you lean into, you know how you actually turn your attention to that part of your body? It's magical. It really is. It really is. So if I'm feeling nervous about something, wow, you see that? Immediately, immediately, absolutely. Okay. And you can do that as many times before you're about to go into a meeting. You just need to slow it down. And your body's saying, we're safe. We're safe. You're about to sleep. I love it. Yes, you can. Guess what? It's nighttime. Your body may be winding down and your vagus nerve is saying, hey, it's time to sleep. Yes, exactly. Very good. Very good. Do it in the morning. Do it 3 times, at least 3 times a day.
So
Okay.
one of the things I just wanted to add is that the vagus nerve is also, or it should be in tune with the circadian rhythm.
Mhm.
So with your circadian rhythm, as you know, there's a time for when you train, when you're more active, when you're studying, or when you're time to relax and start to rest. So just keep that in mind, that when you're doing these exercises, when you're doing it, even with the medical qigong, okay, to try to keep the body in rhythm with your circadian rhythm.
So that means that, understand, like right now, it makes sense that you want to go to sleep, right? When you are feeling like that now, because your body's rhythm right now is saying, hey, it's time to wind down. It's time to go to rest, right? And because many wake up and, many wake up and you think about right away, oh my God, I have so many things to do today. All of that, when we're always in this fight or flight mode, all we're doing is triggering inflammation in our bodies. We're triggering this chronic inflammation. Okay, now the last one is something you can do and nobody sees it at all, but I'm going to do it and I'm going to show you. Okay, so you're going to do your, maybe a little hard, but you're going to have to work towards this, but it's actually, I'm not going to do the hard one. I'm going to do the easy one for you, and the easier one. It's called the eye tracing. Okay, and I do this literally anywhere and anywhere all the time. So focus. If anybody used to be a dancer or is a dancer, you'll know, like when you're doing ballet, you have to focus on something and to keep your head focused on it to not get dizzy, right? So we call this eye tracking. So you get one spot that you're looking at, right? And then you're going to trace it like that with your eyes, okay? You're going to do 10 times each side. Keep your eye on that dot. And you can even do your ear tugs at the same time, because guess what? What you're doing is strengthening your brain. Your nervous system is controlled by your what? Your brain. So it is strengthening that part of your brain that actually helps to exercise the vagus nerve. All right. So while you're doing that, you do 10 times and then you go up and down, focusing on that same spot 10 times. Okay. And what that does, again, it just recenters you. I literally will, if I'm feeling like, whoa, I need to shake, I need to just recenter myself. I do that any place, anytime, anywhere. And it is just those 3 exercises. I'm not going to overwhelm you. I'm just going to give you those 3. Some for you, for you, one may work more for you. Lean to that one. Okay. Like make that the one you make sure you do every day, right? But the breathing one, it actually develops and feels better over time. Like it strengthens you over time. As you make it a part of discipline of your body, you'll notice progressively just how much better you feel. So don't depend on it making you feel better just right now, okay? Because it helps your body overall. Oh, you're very welcome, because yes, you're gonna have, we just talked about the replays. You want to see the difficult one? Does anybody, let me see, anybody else want to see the difficult one? Yeah, let's see. Or should I hold it for next week? Let me see, raise your hand if you want to see the difficult one. If I don't get 10, I'm not showing y'all. I only got 2. Y'all not really one. Okay. Oh wait, y'all in the chat. You
No,
said
they want to
yes in
see
the
it. They
chat.
want to see it.
They want to
Yeah,
see
they
it.
want to
They
see
want
it.
to see it. Okay. Okay. So, okay. And I have to stress the importance of this is because remember last week when you catch the replay, you'll see last week that we talked about stress is like the #1 root cause of fibroids and any inflammatory condition. Stress makes, literally, it helps develop and grow and proliferate, make worse any condition. Okay. And that is why strengthening and redirecting, taking control of our nervous system is so important, because it's harnessing and directing how we process stress. We can get rid of stress. Like we have triggers for stress all the time, but it's not what happens to us, it's how we respond to it, right? So now when we have these tools, I could tell you, I'll give you an example. I was in the dentist chair and I was going through a health challenge at the time, and my heart, they were about to do a root canal, I think it was, and my heart started just like it became tachycardic. I mean, like my heart rate was going really high, and I could feel it. And I was trying to, because that triggered other things in my body, and I was just trying to. I said, you know what? Let me just do this exercise, and I did the hard one. And within like 10, not even 10, my heart rate came down. I was calm and I was able to proceed with no issue. Okay, so this is the hard one. Okay, you're gonna do a clockwise circle with your right foot. Okay, so I can't show you my foot, but I'm doing a clockwise circle with my right foot. All right, let me see who's gonna try it with. Say it in the chat if you're gonna share, if you're gonna try it with me right now. Okay, so right now, if you're gonna try it, go ahead and do a clockwise circle with your right foot. Okay, just keep doing that. That's not the hard part. So just I'm just keep doing that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you keep doing it. Now I want you to draw a 6 with your right hand. Keep doing the circle. Keep doing the circle, because that's where we're gonna lose you. Keep doing the circle, but do a 6. Now I can do it. See what happens is your foot goes to the other direction. See that? Okay, so now what that makes you do, slow it down and concentrate even more. Now I'm gonna tell you, it took me a long time to be able to do it. I can do it, but I can tell you it takes, see, wait a minute now. Okay, so is anybody getting it? Anybody got it? It's hard. Just keep, but just do that as you're like, because that's the thing. The right clockwise circle with the right foot. Slowly, you're doing it, Tasha. You're doing it slowly. At first, in order to get it, you have to do it really slow. But when you do it, what it's doing, it is your brain. You'll even feel your brain is exercising. Do you feel your brain is exercising to do this? Because your brain is really having to focus. You can't stop the 6. You got to keep going with the 6. You got to keep going. You can't stop it midair. You got to keep going with it. Okay. So do 10. 1, 2. I was like, first time, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't get 1. My doctor was just rolling. My neurologist, he was just rolling. This is hard. It is hard, but it's so good. And what you'll do is literally it's going to focus your brain. You're focusing everything on doing that. And your body comes into this. Yes, your foot wants to go where your hand is going, right? But as you do it, I promise you, your body is going to reap the benefit. Then when you get that one, try to do it with the left foot and the left hand. You'll be like, wait a minute, why am I starting all over? Why I feel like I was able to do it? Why can't I do it with both? Why can't I do it with both? It took me a long time, but I can do it
Now
now.
with my left foot and left hand, I could do it quite easy. But my right hand and right
Yeah,
foot is
going
a challenge.
clockwise, same direction, clockwise.
Yeah,
with the right
it's
foot.
if the left foot and left hand, that was quite easy. After 2 or 3 attempts,
I
I
want you to do
started
10,
doing it.
10 of them, 10 of them.
Right. Yeah, I just did 10, but the first 2 or 3 of the 10 wasn't perfect. Around 4 or 5 on, then it started getting perfect. But the right, I ain't even done 1 yet.
See that, and that's, you're going to find that too, because your body may have more inclination to one side to the other. But as you work on the one that is hardest for you, you're going to find it just, again, doing that throughout the day. What it's doing is, I call it, it's like physical therapy for your nervous system. Okay. And what you're doing is you're building up your nervous system's ability to handle the pressures of life. Right? See? Wasn't that great? Wasn't that so good? Right? Okay, so excellent. So now I want to make sure, let's see, where are we on time? Ooh, okay. All right, I'm sorry. I know I want to make sure. Do we have any questions around? I'm glad. Yes. Any questions around any of the exercises, the food, the shopping list? Let's dig into, and your questions. Let's raise your hand and we'll bring you to the stage. Let's see. We're going to come back to you, Danielle. Give somebody else a chance first. Let's make sure. Let's see who's next. Lakita, we're going to come back to you because we had you first. We're going to come back. We just want to make sure that we answer other people's questions too. I promise we'll come back though. Let's see who's got their hands up. If you didn't got your hands raised though, we're going to come back to Lakita and Danielle. Anybody else? Okay, we're gonna come back to Danielle. Oh, somebody
Who
else.
to raise my hand?
How do you raise your hand? Oh, that's true. Some of y'all might not know how to raise your hand. You go to more and, well, I don't, ooh, where
Should
is
be
it?
on reactions.
Reactions?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. There's something called reactions, and it's right in the reactions.
Okay.
Okay, Rocky, you're on right now. You want to go ahead and answer your question? Ask your question?
Hi, yes, it's so
Hi.
wonderful to meet you. Hi, everyone. I had a question because I have been trying to stay on the protocol, but oftentimes I work as a server, I'm an actress, so I have a very kind of like very busy, hectic lifestyle. And I find that how do you prepare yourself like to prep for on the go and also like when emotional things I tend to eat like emotionally when things happen. How do you brace yourself for that when that comes?
Good questions. So where are you in New York City or LA? Where
Yeah.
are you?
New York City.
Okay. So you want to find your kind of, number one, do you have time to prep any kind of food? Because I take food with me wherever I go. Like I always have, like I'll make a nice bowl of wild rice with veggies and I'll put it in my little container that I take in my bag. And guess what? It's good hot, it's good cold. Like I can eat it anyway. You see what I'm saying? So for me, it's nutrient dense, it's high protein. I'll even go on a plane. I take my food on a plane because I'll have things that I can get fruit, like I can get fruit pretty much like cantaloupe. You think about fruit is, you want to look at the fruits that are clean 15, like cantaloupe, like honeydew, right? You can get even mangoes, their skin is a little thinner, but pineapple, right? Those kind of things you can get on the road, typically anywhere, like any supermarket, and definitely cantaloupe, you can get that cut up anywhere. And it's still better. That will help keep you hydrated. And maybe you want to carry some hemp seeds with you because that's a nice source of protein, right? So if you have some cantaloupe and hemp seeds, that's filling, it's nourishing to your body. Carry some food in terms of, whether it's, I make a big pot of wild rice or quinoa every couple of days with my veggies. And then again, I can eat it cold or hot. I can take, if I don't have time to heat it up, I'll take it out the fridge and, I'll cook it with portobello mushrooms, celery, some sweet peppers, and what's my other favorite thing? And I'll put string beans in it, but you can mix and, mash the veggies in it, right? And then you can take that with you, right? So I'll have a good amount. And then maybe there are places like Sweet Greens. There are places that have like organic salads and stuff that you can get on, definitely in the city. Like Sweet Greens is available in a lot of places. They have you can do the root, I'll do usually like a quinoa bowl or you can do the arugula and you'll add quinoa. You can add like chickpeas, you can add avocado. You can, have it support you just using the ingredients, right? Now, the stress part, what we just did is how you help. Wait a minute. Let me recenter myself, right? Let me get myself right? I need to recenter myself, my nervous system, because once I do that now, I'm helping myself to be less triggered by virtue of, because what's happening is when you become stressed, like, oh my God, things are going wrong. So you need to recenter yourself and say, wait a minute, I'm okay, right? I'm safe. This is going to work out for my good. And if it's not, I'm going to handle it. It's going to be okay, right? The other thing I always walk with is my structured water. Martin talked about that earlier, which is I'll always have like a little thing of sea salt with me. I always have, it's a pinch of salt and distilled water. So I'll have that with me. And then you can always get, water on the road. And I just put in my little pinch of salt, and the structured water helps to hydrate you, because a lot of times we're thirstier than we're hungry. We just are dehydrated. So that's number one. Most times our body's like, whoa, we're dehydrated, but we're thinking, whoa, we're starving, right? And once we actually nourish ourselves with the structured water, we take our supplements. A lot of times the body's like, ooh, okay, we're good, right? Those are some tools. Okay.
Thank
Who's
you.
next?
That's
You're
very
welcome.
helpful.
Very welcome. Danielle, and then let's bring Danielle to the stage.
Okay, hello again. Okay, so I've been doing pretty well. Like I've had some exotic melons, like the cantaloupe, the little Asian melons, even though they're not on your, they're like cantaloupe melons. They're
Okay.
just, and I've had watermelons and regular cantaloupe and honeydew. And then
Nice.
I got pineapple, but I put tahini on it. Is that okay?
Tahini
Instead
on
of-
pineapple?
No, on my watermelon.
Tahini, that's an interesting taste. Isn't that like sesame tahini? What is that?
Tahine's made from sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds. How do you
Yeah.
feel? How do you feel about
So
that?
that should be okay. The small amounts, that should be fine.
It's
I don't
organic.
know about, but I'm like Coach Jesse. I don't know how that gonna blend with
That taste though.
It's
watermelon. But
I
you know
love
what's
it.
so weird though? She looks so much like my cousin Catherine. It's like I'm looking at my cousin Catherine. Same glasses, same hairstyle, everything. I'm like, oh my days. I actually thought it was her that came on the call. That's how badly you look like her.
oh,
But no, that's fine. If you like the taste, then that's good. But
Hey.
just be careful with the sesame seeds.
Too
Okay, not too much.
okay, thank you.
Brittany, I see a Brittany. Let's bring Brittany to the screen. Where are you, Brittany? I'm looking for
I'm
you.
here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're just trying to spotlight you. Okay. Nope, that's oh, this is Brittany. Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
I just have a question. So what phase should we be in? Because I was looking through the meal plan and I see transition foods, I see elimination foods. What should we be eating now, or what are we going to start eating?
Transition. We're going to start from transition. This was transition. Last week was just getting your shopping list, getting, reviewing everything, planning. And again, you can make modifications. Like, let's say with Rocky, she's not able to follow the actual meal plan, but she can eat those kinds of foods. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Based
Mhm.
on what the schedule allows, right? She can be like, oh, okay, these are the ingredients. As long as it's on the food list, build it for it to work with you, for it to work with your schedule. You see what I'm saying? In terms of what
Yep.
works.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see who's next. Okay. We can only bring you to the stage if you have your camera on. So that's why I keep asking. All right. Who's next? I see Brittany Williams. Is your camera on, Brittany? Can you?
Yep.
Her camera's on. She was muted.
Okay, let's unmute.
Oh yeah, I'm muted. Come on.
Hi, how you doing?
No, I'm good. How are you?
Are you outside where it's bright? Are you on the West Coast?
I'm on the East Coast, Virginia.
Oh, is it still sunny outside?
It's going
It's still
down.
sunny down here.
a little
We're in New
sunny.
York.
Oh yeah, maybe
Boom
you know what,
City.
my windows are covered. How you doing today?
I'm good. It's been a long time. I'm ready to go with this
Excellent.
again. What we're talking about water.
Mhm.
Do you have any thoughts of the like hydrogen water or like ozonated water?
Mm.
So with the hydrogen water, that is hitting the market strong, and there's a lot of studies and information about how it's, in the studies, it's shown people not just elevating their hydration, but also helping them with battling autoimmune disease, diabetes, arthritis, obesity, even some cases of cancer. I'm supposed to get one of the machines. The company's actually supposed to be sending me one out because they're quite expensive. And I've got a friend in London that's actually selling them. So he's going to send me one down. And basically, it's like a little bottle machine, and you pour the water in and you shake it up, leave it for like 10, 20 minutes, and it turns into hydrogen water.
That's what I think.
Sorry.
I don't know what that means. If
Close.
you like, I can
No.
search the web.
Sorry.
So is that Siri?
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking
Very.
about?
Right.
Not talking to me.
Right. But the only thing I would say is that, water,
Expensive though, right?
you need mineral water, right? This is the thing, and hydrogen is not just enough, because you got in your cells you contain potassium and magnesium, and that pulls water to your cells. But outside of your cells, where all the water is located for your organs and the potassium and your bones, that water contains potassium, right? And that's what contains sodium. And that's where you really need in your water is the sodium, because that's the water that's getting utilized to hydrate your organs and filter into the blood. So even though they say with the hydrogen water, my question to them was, what about your mineral intake with the water? What the water's supposed to provide minerals, right? And those minerals are supposed to feed your cells and keep your electrolyte balance. So my suggestion or my advice will be having electrolytes with fresh spring mineral water. And we have a couple of companies that we recommend, like Spring Mountain Valley in the green glass bottle that you can get from Sprouts or Whole Foods. And we have Element. We talk about a company called element.com. And then we get the natural sea salt, and a blend of that sea salt with your electrolytes and your fresh spring water will keep you hydrated and will keep your electrolytes balanced. And it's much cheaper than spending, I think it's like nearly $700 for the hydrogen little machine like that you pour your water in every day to have that hydrogen water.
Yeah, I've just got like there's like tablets. And I sometimes just take them when I'm working out. I haven't been using them for a while, but I don't know. You just put them like in maybe 16 ounces or something. So that's like not all my water for the day, but
the type of intensity of your workout, you would definitely need to double your dose of sodium intake, because like I said, potassium and magnesium is inside of your cells. They don't really get used that much. They just draw water to your cells. But outside of your cells, that is supposed to hydrate your organs, that's sodium. So you usually use up around 300 mgs of sodium a day. So, I mean, 3,000, sorry, not 300, 3,000. So you want to, and especially with somebody that is training intensive like you definitely need to get your sodium back into the body, or you're going to suffer like aches, pains, dehydration, headaches. So my advice will be actually getting your sea salt, your electrolytes with fresh spring water, and making structuring it together and drinking that on a regular basis, especially when you're doing intensive working out.
Any thoughts about ozonated water?
I haven't come in contact with that particular water.
It's got it's some little machine from Therasage.
So
like
it's
a
a machine.
bubbler. It's like a little bubbler.
Okay.
It bubbles it with oxygen.
So my whole thing with machines making water, whether it's alkaline or healthier or mineral, there's a number of synthetic chemicals that the machine is going to leak into the water. I naturally will recommend you do it yourself. Like I said, you could buy the salt, you could buy the electrolytes, you have the spring water, and you mix it up, shake it up yourself, and now you've got mineral water, alkaline water, for lack of a better word, because you've got magnesium, potassium, and sodium in there, and those are alkaline elements on your periodic table. So predominantly you have true alkaline water right there. And I will always recommend doing the natural thing or DIY over machines when it comes to water. I'm not a big advocate of of suggesting or recommending machines doing things with water.
Now, he's not talking about like a distilled machine or reverse osmosis. Those machines, obviously they distill the water, they take out
Right.
everything, and you add back, like add the sea salt or, add what you're talking about. Okay, we just have a little technical thing right now, so I'm just trying to make sure we don't lose it. You want to take the next question? Brittany, did we answer all your questions?
I know, I'm sure I have more, but I'll let somebody else go.
Okay, thank you. Janice?
I'm here.
Are you
No.
on? It won't let us bring you unless you're on camera, but if you're not,
Okay,
that's
1 second. I could go on camera. Want to see my lovely face? Can you see me? I'm in the dark. I'm turn on some light.
on your lovely face. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I am doing good.
Excellent.
I'm sorry, I
Come on.
just put some greens in my mouth.
No, no worries.
Yeah. So if my teeth have on some green, forgive me.
Okay, well.
Anyway, I wanted to ask you because I had fibroid probably a couple of years now. It was like 14 centimeters.
Mhm.
And, I've been taking this supplement off and on, and it shrank to 7 the last time I did an MRI.
Fantastic.
But my thing is, I was hoping that, after you don't have periods anymore, it will disappear and go away. But
Yeah.
it looks like it haven't. It's some still there.
Well, it depends. Again, remember we talked, well, I don't know if you were on last week, but
No, I
it
wasn't.
depends because your fibroids may not be triggered by estrogen dominance. They may be
Okay.
triggered by vitamin D deficiency. They may be triggered by stress, right? And if those other elements are still chronic inflammation, if those issues are still present, they will still be triggering the development and the growth of fibroids. But kudos to you for bringing your 14 centimeter fibroid down to 7 centimeter. We're not going to let that go without, celebrating. That's fantastic.
I know, right? I was
That's
like
being on and
amazing.
off. And that's being on and off, Janice. What would have happened if you were consistent, right? That's
Right.
fantastic.
It probably would have been gone.
Exactly. So see,
Yeah.
people giving you love in the chat. They're giving you love,
Yeah.
sis. Come on.
Yay, thank you.
That's right. That's proof positive that it will work if we work
Right.
it, right?
Right.
It will work if we work it. So the key for us is to help. Number one, what's your vitamin D level, Janice? Have you gotten that checked? And we
I
talked about
probably did, but I need to check the numbers. I'm not sure what it is. But I've been taking my vitamin D, which is good.
But are you taking enough? You need to know your number.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Right.
If your number is low normal, then you need to take it at a level that is increasing your number so that you can get it to high normal, to like 70, 80, all right?
Okay.
If it's like 30, because the doctor will like, oh, you're fine, it's normal, it's at 30.
Right.
That's low normal. I went into that last week, like in the replay, you can see that low normal is not going to be enough to aggressively attack the fibroids.
Okay.
But if it is high normal, now your body has the power to be able to fight the fibroids. Okay.
Right.
And then we talked about stress. We gave you tools specifically to help with stress reduction earlier today in those stress management in the exercises that we did today. But helping to incorporate those will help strengthen your nervous system. So your nervous system now is like, okay, we got this. We got this. Say, nope, we gonna rest. We're gonna rest and we're gonna heal. Because what's happening, fight or flight is like, no, we can't heal. Things are killing. The ceiling is falling. The sky is falling. The sky is
I'm
falling.
like, stop, don't stress me.
Exactly, right? And your parasympathetic nervous system says, hey, peace, be still.
Peace be still, right? Amen to that.
That's what
I wish I could know what causing it so I could, stop.
Well, we just talked about if your vitamin D is low, that's a cause right there.
Right.
That's one of the number one causes. Number two, stressors in your
stress, yeah.
Yeah, remember, if you're not doing things to actually exercise your parasympathetic nervous system, then your sympathetic nervous system is going to overwork your nervous system to where it's always going to be feeling in this, it's going to build up chronic inflammation, right? Where you're going to now trigger the growth and development of fibroids. So
Right.
two key things that we
But
covered.
now you don't have periods anymore. Shouldn't it be more
Well,
better to get rid of them?
that helps with hormones, right?
Right.
When you want to talk about that, why people can still have them. Again, I just talked about the fact that even if your cycles, now you can have low estrogen, not high estrogen if your cycles are not happening anymore, right? You can have low estrogen, which is not going to help trigger the development of fibroids. But again, if you still have vitamin D deficiency, let's say vitamin D deficiency and stress were your triggers, they were your main issues. Fibroids are not caused by one thing, they're caused by multiple factors.
Right.
And
Wow.
all it's going to do is, if you're going through your perimenopause or postmenopause, is, as we know, uterine fibroids are fed by the hormone. It's actually the hormone progesterone. Okay. Estrogen sets the stage, but progesterone actually makes the fibroid grow. So now these hormones are on the lower end. The calcification starts setting place with the fibroid. So it's not getting the blood, it's not getting fed by your bloodstream of hormones anymore. So now it starts to calcify and get hard. In some cases, if they're not that big, we can still dissolve it because it's just like a hard tumor or a hard mass. And mass, our supplement mass, will help to dissolve that depending on the size of it. But I would also recommend, if they don't go, even though they're not causing any issues, you still should look into getting them removed.
Remove?
Yeah.
Like surgery?
Well, there's different types of surgery now that are less invasive, that it will, I forgot, it's okay.
Wait, what she's saying is, if she's not, he's saying if you're doing everything that we're talking about, are you very symptomatic, Janice?
Not really.
Yeah, then if you're not suffering and you're looking to eliminate them and you know that your body responded naturally, then continue the course. But he's saying
Right.
if you're in menopause and they're growing, okay, that's a different scenario.
Well, you could take them out.
Right.
Okay. But I don't think it's growing. I think it's shrinking. And the funny thing that happened to me 2 years ago, like when I turned 50, my period stopped for a whole entire year. Didn't have any cycle. And then the April, when I made, 1 year, I had a period. And I was like, what? So I was wondering, maybe the fibroid was coming out in somewhere. I don't know. But that was kind of a strange.
Were you on the program at that time? Were you taking the
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, it's probably just this irregularity of your cycles while you're in the menopause, going into perimenopause.
Okay.
All right, we're at 8:22, so we only have like 8 more minutes, and we want to make sure to answer some more questions.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Is everybody prepared for the week to start the fibroid? So I want to make sure that next week, and I think next week, Dr. Amun's going to be solo, because I'm going to see if my time will allow, but I'm going to be on vacation next week. But next week, week 3 is going to be, once we're going to start the water fast, and he created the water fast. So of course he can coach you on that. No question. So from this week to next Thursday, you're doing the transition phase. All right. Everybody, I see. Okay. But now week 3 starts next Thursday. So this week, as you are doing the transition phase, start to review and prepare what you need to do for the water fast, because you're going to do the water fast with the same supplements for 7 days. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we're going to make sure everybody here who is on this program has the actual water fast manual. All right. because I realize some of you may not have the water fast manual. So we want to make sure, I'll put that in the notes to send it to you. Okay. Yes, I figured that. So we're going to send you the instructions specifically because what you need is the instructions. So we're going to send you the instructions on what to do for the water fast for just 7 days. The water fast is usually 14, but you're going to do it for 7. So you got to check your email. It's going to be sent specifically to the people who are on the Zoom. It's not going to be sent to everybody. It's going to be sent to everybody who's on the Zoom. Okay. For 7 days. All right. So you have the supplements already. You want to make sure you have distilled water. That's one of the ingredients. Okay. You want to make sure you have coconut water, and you want to make sure you have spring water. So those are the three, the supplements that you have. I just realized they may not have chloretol. Yeah. So you want to make sure to get the chloretol supplement. That is an additional one that goes in the water if you're going to do the water fast. Now, if you are not wanting to do the water fast, what you can do is just do fruits for the 7 days, water-based fruits. Because let's say you say that's where I am, and I don't want to, or I can't do it. That's for you. If you decide that, you can just do water-based fruits. Okay, water-based fruits, meaning just melons, berries, mangoes. You can do avocados. You can do cantaloupes. Well, that's a melon. You can do tomatoes, zucchinis. Those are all water-based fruits. Honeydew, I already said that. Anything I'm missing, Amun? But basically,
Cucumbers.
yeah, cucumbers and zucchinis are same thing in terms of water-based fruits. So you can do you're really just going to focus on water-based fruits if you don't want to do the water fast. So no, so that's someone just asked, are we doing the water-based fruits if you're doing the water fast? If you're just doing the water, you're going to do with the supplements from the kit, you're going to do just water for 7 days. Let's see how many people are ready to do that. Because it's a very powerful accelerator. I'm just curious. Because we could take a vote right here. If y'all prefer to just do the water, let's take a vote. How many people want to do the water-based fruits and not water fasting? Oh, I got a yes already. Okay. I want you to comment water if you want to do the water fast. And then do fruit if you want to do the water-based fruits. Let's take a quick poll. Actually, Chris, can you put a poll in where they just do a quick poll in the Zoom chat? Is that something that you can do?
If we're not able to get the chloretol in time, is there a supplement that we could do?
That's a good question. I see.
I'm gonna put in the link. These are a bunch of electrolytes that can help you out.
So if they take that, they can avoid, and if they can't, I mean, they still have to order. Like that's what they're saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying until
that's the case.
that might come. It might come quicker than our Corona.
So I don't think so. I've ordered that before, and it doesn't come as quick unless. So I would say no, but I would say they can do if they're doing the sea salt and they're doing the supplements, and they're doing it for 7 days with the lemon. Can they do it without the chloretol?
Yeah, they could do it without the Corona. They said the lemon, the sea salt, and fresh spring water. That could hold them over.
Okay.
That would definitely hold them over.
So we just made an adjustment live. All right. I'm trying to see, is there a poll that we can put in here? Because I want to see, Chris, if you could put the link in for chloretol for those who want to do it, to add the chloretol because it is good. Okay, quick. So there's a poll. I want to quickly see if y'all can just vote for the poll. I want to see who wants to do water, who wants to do fruit. Man, it looks like a Nick and Nick. Looks like it's half and half. Everybody vote, please. Let's see. Man, it is literally 50-50. It's so crazy. It is literally, we got 52% for the fruit. Come on, y'all. Let's see. Has everybody voted? I still see some people haven't voted yet. Everybody voted? Okay, so guess what? we got 55% say fruit, 45% say water. So because healing is not a one size fits all, we want everybody to be able to do what is best for them, right? So I can tell you that the water fast is incredible, right? And 7 days is going to be a really powerful accelerator for your healing. Chris, please put the Claretto in the chat for them. But if you are not able to get it in time, which we do ship, today is what? Today is Thursday. We ship on Friday. So it will go out tomorrow if you place your order tonight. Okay. So please put that link in the chat for them. Okay. For the Claretto. And what we'll do is, again, 7 days. So you'll definitely get it in time, I think, to start next Thursday. That's no question because it'll go out tomorrow. So what you do is for 7 days, would they still need to do the reassimilation?
Not if they do the water fast.
Okay, for 7 days, because then they're gonna go into
Oh, no, 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 no. You
after
said if
that
they do-
they're gonna go into elimination mode. So that's well they
Yeah,
want
so the 7 days will be a nice introduction into the elimination phase. Yeah.
okay, so they won't need to do the reassimilation though,
No.
because they're gonna go into elimination. Okay, bet.
There you go.
Excellent. Okay, so the link is
The fruit fast.
Fruit Fast, Fruit Fast 1, just buy 10%.
I'm
So-
gonna tell you now, the fruit fast is harder than the water fast. It's 30 days.
No,
I'm
they're not
telling you.
doing that. It's just 7 days.
Oh.
Just doing it.
Oh,
for-
did you just say that is
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
Oh,
they'll
okay, yeah.
the way they're going to
very
be
nice.
great. But the water fast, it really, you go into ketosis, your body really attacks inflammation. Super powerful. Okay. All right. So we are now at 8:30. We are going to be respectful and end now. Hold on. I see a hand up. Let's see. Who is it? I see Brittany. Are you asking? You just came back for a question? Okay, let's bring Brittany back up. Oh, and look. Okay, now y'all coming back with questions. Okay, these are 3 questions and then we're gonna go.
Yeah, because I heard last week that I left you and you was out there for 15 minutes on your own.
Yeah,
I do apologize.
They were like, they just hit me with the questions. I was like, okay, all right. Okay, Brittany. go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was like, it was me. I was like, remember Coach Jesse? I was like, do is Dr. Moon? He left us.
Okay, so what's up, Brittany?
Well, I was gonna ask because I am gonna have a doctor's appointment soon, just like a regular doctor, and I wanted to like just get tests. Are there any blood tests like that you suggest that?
Absolutely. You're going to your primary care.
Yes.
You definitely want to get your CMP, which is your complete metabolic panel. Okay. So you want to get your CBC, your complete blood count, and your CMP, which is your complete metabolic panel. Okay.
CMP, CBC.
Complete blood count, complete metabolic panel, and you want to get your D3. Sometimes they'll push back, but you absolutely need to get your D3 checked.
Okay.
Okay. When's the last time you got imaging done? Like a ultrasound?
Last year I got an ultrasound.
Okay.
And I think it's grown because I was traveling and stressed for a year. So I'm trying to make an appointment to see what that is now.
Okay, that's your next appointment.
That's
It-
gonna be a while because I just got back into town, so I'm trying to do everything.
Okay.
So it might be a couple of months or
Oh, wow. Okay.
a month or so. I'm trying to get it earlier, but
Okay.
primary, I think I'll be able to get in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Okay. So those are the primary. And if you can get a complete hormone panel, sometimes they'll push and say, oh, it's not covered, but the hormone panel,
Yeah, that's what it's.
you wanna tell her about that one? Someone?
Yeah, no, you said it, to get the full hormone panel done. If they don't do it, just ask them to recommend you to an endocrinologist.
Yeah, because when I went last year, I asked her and she didn't want
Yeah.
to do it.
That's what they
So,
do.
I was
Okay.
like, okay.
All right, keep us posted. Janice, you had your hand up. I saw you. Oh, there's 5 raised hands now. How do we go from 3 to 5? All
Yeah,
right.
I already spoke.
Okay, who's next? Laquita, sorry. Laquita, did you have a question?
No, well, actually I did. I thought I had lowered my hand, so apologize for that. But
Okay.
I was curious on for the chloridal that you guys were talking about, that should be something that we implement regularly into our routine for our structured water, right? Not
Mhm.
just during the water fast.
Oh yeah, the structured water, I drink all this. It honestly, the only water you need to drink.
Because I heard you guys say it was like the salt, the lemon,
Well,
and
I don't do lemon every day. That's up to taste. It's up to you, but it does help if you can tolerate it and like if you want to drink water, but then you want to also drink regular spring water. Like I just do the distilled water with a pinch of salt, but you can add lemon and you also can add chloretol. The chloretol that's used in the water fast, you can continue to drink that.
so
Um,
would that chloretol from the water fast replace adding trace minerals? Because I use the reverse osmosis water. So if I
that's
have
what I use reverse osmosis. Mhm.
So if I add the minerals, like for instance, we got some trace minerals to add to our water, but it was like add once a day. So if all the time I'm drinking structured water is that just the chloretol?
No,
Okay.
you want to still add that trace mineral. You definitely still want to add that trace mineral.
In
Yeah.
addition,
Because that trace mineral is going to be like a kick agent, right? For the lemon, the chloretol, the chloretol and the sea salt. That's what trace minerals are going to do. They're like fire agents. They pick up whatever's in the water or existing minerals and they make them more potent. So you definitely want to do that.
In other words, it's only going to make your water better.
Yeah.
okay, no, perfect. I think you just clarified the other question I was going to ask, which was is the chloretol a replacement for the lemon, salt, and minerals, or is it in addition to?
No, it's all together.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. Rocky, did you have another question?
Just quickly, I would like to do I'm trying to do the refill for the fibroids, but do you only have 2 ounces available now or 4 ounces?
Yes, only 2 ounces. So
Okay.
2 of the 2 is the same. We didn't change the price, like so. But again, with
Great.
the 40%, if you're doing the kit, we totally lowered the prices of the kits when they're bundled. So you're getting added benefit.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Love your hair, by the way. Okay, Colleen. Hi. Oh, we don't hear you. Hold on a second.
Yeah, she's on mute. She's on mute.
Not muted on, or now she's muted. Wait, unmute you just muted, I think. Oh. No, we don't hear you, sis. Hold on, ask to unmute. All right, we're gonna come back, okay? While you work on the audio. All right, who's next? Who's next? Hi. You are Ariana?
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
My name is Ariane. So I have
Ariane.
2
Hey,
questions.
Ariane.
Last October, I had my hormone panel done and, T3 and all that. But one thing that stood out was my vitamin D3 level was too high. So I was seeing like a holistic type of doctor, and she said that I needed to reduce my vitamin D. So I was taking a separate vitamin D supplement. But now that I'm putting 2 and 2 together, my fibroids have grown since last October because I stopped
What was your
taking.
number?
Yeah, what was your number?
Because a lot of
You know,
times they say it's high, but it's not. What was the number?
well, I can look into my app and tell you, but it might take a minute to do that.
Okay.
But they said it was too high, so I stopped taking a
Yeah,
separate
I'll tell
vitamin
you what.
D. So what is too high? I want to know what is, like you said, what is considered too high? And should I be concerned if my vitamin D3 level is too high? And then my second question would be, if I do the water fast, because I have hypertension, I take a medication that says eat food with the med. So how do you do a water fast and you need to eat food with, the fat with your medications.
Right. So let me go back to the vitamin D question, and then I'll go to the hypertension question.
Okay.
You would have to be 100 plus to really be too high in vitamin D, and that is very rare. It is
Okay.
vitamin D is so complex. It's very hard, and it gets utilized so quickly by everything in your body. It is extremely hard for you to be overdose or OD'd on vitamin D. It really
Okay.
is. So please, while we're talking to you, have a look.
I'll look it up. Okay.
Have a
I'll
look.
look it up.
Your second question, I wouldn't recommend the water fast if you have if your medication requires you to eat and take food. So what I would recommend then is either you do a 10-minute consultation or private consultation with myself, and we can, implement some type of intermittent fasting, okay, and some changes probably within your diet, so you can still get the same results, but it will just be at a slower rate, because the water fast is an acceleration. It's very aggressive because your body.
Can she do the fruit this week? Can she do the water? Or
you could do the fruit for 7 days, but if you can schedule a 10-minute consultation with me tomorrow.
Fridays, yeah. So if you can grab at the detox now. Right, the link is right in the chat.
Okay. Now see, here's the thing. I'm in Hawaii, and I get on the plane tomorrow to head back to the States.
Nice.
To the mainland. And so the time difference is so great. Time difference is so crazy, because right now it's like 2:40 in the afternoon. So I could try to schedule something tomorrow, and I'll have all my labs, and I can have all my labs present. So
remember, we only have 10 minutes, so you might want to schedule a private one for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and that way you can do it out on Tuesday or Thursday.
Okay. Well, I think that's better if I just schedule a 40-minute with you, and then I'll have all my current labs, and we can discuss.
That sounds perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy that last bit of sun.
Thank you.
All right. Last, who's here now? Let's see. Last two questions. All right. Dominique H.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi.
Hi, sorry, I'm from London, UK.
Can't see you, Dominique.
But it's something to 2 in the morning, so I'm in bed.
All right, what part of London? Because if you're from a certain part of London, you're getting cut off. What part of London are you from, Dominique?
Oh no, East London.
I give you a B.
Are you south?
If you said south, you'd have been gone. I'm northwest.
Oh, okay. East London, Stratford.
Go ahead. I know Stratford very well.
I just had a question. So I, in terms of the plan, the meal plan, I was speaking to someone about seed cycling, but I know some of the seeds are not mentioned in the plan. So I don't know, and I've been told it's good for PMS symptoms and estrogen dominance. So I don't know if that's something that I should continue while doing the elimination part and the transition part.
Seed cycling.
You said food or seed cycling?
Seed cycling.
Seed cycling.
Which seeds are you cycling?
So before ovulation, it's pumpkin seed and flaxseed, ground flaxseed, and then post ovulation, it is sesame seed and sunflower seeds.
Okay, that's not too bad, because that actually helps with the elevation of estrogen, and then the falling of estrogen and elevation of progesterone. So that's actually not too bad. That is actually not too bad. Now, yeah, that's actually good. That's not too bad actually. That will actually help you through your phases, the ovulation phase and the lutein phase. That will help you a lot. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in my 30s. So 36.
Early 30, but
36.
yeah. Yeah, that will be good for you, because if you're in your early 30s, like 31, 32, I would say I'm not too sure about that. But in your mid 30s, there, that just gives the body a little extra help. So yeah, that'll work fine.
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Welcome. Get some rest.
I will do. Thanks.
And thank you for showing support, staying up. I like that, Dominique.
That's some congratulations on prioritizing your health. Okay, wait. Colleen, you're back. Okay, great. Your audio's up. Colleen, let's see. Hi.
Got to mute.
You got to unmute. Hi.
There you go. Hey, Colleen.
I don't
Well,
hear her.
Wait, did she say, oh, you know what? You said hi when her mouth moved. I thought it was her.
We can't hear you. Can you put it in the chat?
Yeah, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you at all. Do you have something plugged into your audio jack by chance? I'm so sorry. We can't hear you. Try to ask in the chat, okay? Because it says you're unmuted. We don't know why we don't hear you. All right, and the last question is, who's the last question? Let me see. Ask the question in the chat, Colleen. All right, let's come back. Who's the last question? All right. Oh, wait, maybe she asked in the chat. How often we can drink. Laquita said, is there a limit to how often we can drink structured water? The water detox looks like it recommends spring, coconut, and reverse osmosis. If you're drinking structured water, should that be all the water we drink or a limited amount each day? The instructions will tell you, you actually drink all three of those waters throughout the day. Your baseline, your majority, the central water you drink is the structured water, but you also complement that with coconut water and spring water during the 7 days of water fasting. But we'll send out the instructions. Colleen says she's going through menopause. Can she still do the program? Amon, you want to tackle this in terms of any modifications?
What I would suggest with her, again, is maybe doing a 10-minute consultation, because I would like to know what stage she's at with menopause. And we can then maybe make any modifications if need be.
So the consultation link, once again, if it could just be shared real quick, Colleen, if you can grab a consult session tomorrow, there are 10-minute sessions available, and Dr. Moon will go through that with you. Christine said, can you talk about shepherd's purse and Jamaican dog blood? Are they good?
Yeah, those are good herbs. We have those in our supplementation already in balance. Jamaican dog blood, that's going to be actually in a supplement called Pause, what addresses peri and post-menopause. And that supplementation will be coming out shortly. So Jamaican dog blood is actually one of the herbs in that formula. But Shepherd Pulse is actually in balance.
Okay, because for the Jamaican dog blood, the claim is that if a woman drinks it, a couple of months, like 3 to 4 months, 3 or 4 times a day, it can help with IVF. It can help them through that. It can help them get pregnant, things like that. So there's truth to that. Is it really good?
Well, well, what it does, that particular, it basically helps to boost estrogen, right? And the reason why I will put it with the phases of menopause is because when your estrogen is depleting, so is your libido. So is and then you could be experiencing vaginal dryness and things of that nature. So Jamaican dog blood is a great stimulator for your libido and estrogen. So that's why I've put it in there. So maybe, I don't know who's saying that, but maybe that's why they're saying it's good for IVF, because it arouses you more. But apart from that, when we're talking about the amount of eggs and egg quality that really makes you have a successful IVF, then no, there's no evidence supporting that with that particular
Okay.
herb.
And then the main claim, sorry.
See, our Conceive supplement helps with fertility.
Okay, because also the main claim with Jamaican dog blood is that it gets rid of like cysts and helps with yeast and BV. That's like, is that also a true claim about that?
Again, so anytime you look at a herb, you want to look at its primary medicinal strength. Okay? And what I mean by that is like, what's its first tier? And what that herb's first tier is helping to increase estrogen, which helps with the libido and prevent vaginal dryness. So that's one of the first things that it says it helps straight away. Everything else is secondary or third, fourth. It can, that with other herbs, then it can also assist maybe with those things, but not on its own.
Our Healthy V supplement is game changer when it comes to yeast, BV. Like that thing is like like a snap.
Yeah. I had that once, and that's very powerful.
Very.
Yes, you are right about that.
Yeah, it's very quickly.
Okay, thank you so much.
Can you take Conceive
problem.
during the IVF process during stimulation phase of IVF? That's a good question. Can you take Conceive during the stimulation phase of IVF?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would
we wouldn't interrupt. The only time you stop taking Conceive is when you're actually conceived through the IVF program. Then you stop and you move on to our postnatal kit.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Healthy V you take as needed, not daily. You just take it as needed. But
yeah,
it is
exactly. As soon as the bacteria and infection is cleared up, then you maybe want to take a day or two afterwards, and then that's it. You don't take it constantly.
Christine, was that your question? Because I saw your hand raised, but I see you asked question. Did we answer your question?
Hey, apologies. Yeah, that was still raised from asking about those two herbs. Sorry, I'll put it down. Thank you.
Somebody asked a good question. They said, are there other supplements I can use instead of mass? I'm allergic to corn.
Sure. If you want to, you know what? We got joint health. That will help with inflammation. So joint health be a good substitution if you don't want to use mass.
Okay, and then did we answer the question about the code? I think somebody said it was did you see the difference? I think somebody said the refill kit. Okay, yeah, we answered that question. Okay, that should be fine. All right, I think that was the last one. Can you take joint health and mass together?
Well, you don't, no, I mean, you can do, but
if you're dealing with those for different reasons.
Yeah, two different reasons. So this young lady just said she's allergic to corn. So that's why we said joint health is a good substitute in that way, because she can't take mass.
But if she's using it if they're using joint health for other reasons, then it would be yes. Like if it was, for actual inflammation in the joints, pain in the joints.
Arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, lupus.
Exactly. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Man, fantastic. Don't forget, watch the replay if you need to look back at the exercises. And I think this is going to implementing these things that you learned today are going to be game changers, literally game changers. Okay. We love you and we're very excited. Yes.
Yo, so I want to say one thing. I want to give it up to Coach Jessie. She did a wonderful job today with the exercises and the things that she's going through. And she is a real, true advocate. I want to give a big kiss and that to my sister.
Brother, my Leo brother. Your birthday's coming up.
Yeah, I'll be going to the 5th floor next week, Tuesday. I'll be 50. So I'm getting 50? Up there. It's the big 5-0. It's the big 5-0.
Oh, wow. Well, love and appreciate you. Love y'all. Thank you so much. Good night.
I'm gonna wait till everyone locks off this time.
Oh, you are. No, there's no more questions. We're done.
All right.
It's already 8:53. We done kept them longer
right.
than necessary.
Bye,
Good
everyone.
night,
Good night.
everybody. Remember to check your emails. All right. We love you. Somebody's putting a message. Let's see. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome. We love you so much. Thank you for reminding me every day that it's worth everything we're going through is worth it because we get to support you. All right. Good night, everybody.